Hi, students. I'm Divya Kumar and I'm your biology tutor. I'll be taking you a brief note on what is a cell and what are their major functions. Ready? Yes. So this building block, you all might have played with it, isn't it? What you have done with the building block? Yeah, you used to keep it one above the another to form different structures or shapes and so on. So similarly, you can compare a cell to the soft building block. Just think a living organism. To form such complex living organism, you need a very starter element in that, right? So the starter basic unit which makes the whole organism is what the particular cell is. Okay, so cell, what we learned, it makes the structure of a living organism. Not only that, we are living organisms. We do carry out different purposes or functions such as like we can see in our body developing or the growth happening, isn't it? We can see the cells whenever you have any wound or anything on your hand. Soon you can see that after a few days you get a good number of cells developed there, or you have the wound replaced, right? So that thing all happens due to the multiple division of the cells there and then covering the patch, isn't it? So growth, redivision of the cells, lot of metabolism activity, because metabolism means it's something like building up of the complex molecule and breaking of the complex molecule. So both is happening equally inside our body. So all these different functions, which is very much vital to keep an organism in living state, that is being controlled, carried out, monitored by the cell. So that is how we define the cell to be as a basic, structural, and functional unit of life. Let me make you much more easier to understand. You can see a figure here as a brick of wall shown, isn't it? And the other figure which is shown here is how the cell that you see under the microscope. Don't you see a regular arrangement of the cells here similar to that of the building block? Yeah, so that's why I mentioned that they are the structural unit of life. They are something that forming the whole organism as a whole. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, they are involved in a lot of functionality to keep a living organism in a live state too. It was Robert Hooke in 1665, a scientist who first discovered the cell under the microscope. But unfortunately, the cell that he saw was actually a dead cell. It was a woodcock. So for him, it was just a compartment with no other entities in it. But it was not the truth. Later, the discovery of a very important tool, the microscope, has actually helped in visualizing the cell properly and to understand what all are the components present in that. You can see here a picture denoted a thumb, a portion of the thumb, which is just magnified by using a hand lens, and then the same region you can see it under the microscope. Can you see millions and millions of cells arranged in a regular fashion there? Yeah, this was being able to see or visualize with the help of microscope. How does a microscope looks like? Here it is. It contains different parts. It have an eye lens, it have an objective lens, it have a stage where the slides are being kept for visualization. Of course, it needs a source of light, and then it has two knobs which will help in focusing your image and increasing its clarity under the instrument. So whenever you place an object here in the stage, you can have its magnified image within the eyepiece. So what does actually happen? The light energy that is being traced from the source falls upon your stained image, which will be absorbed and it is transmitted towards the objective lens. Objective lens passes the image towards the eye lens where the magnification happens, and then that's what's seen through your eye. So you can ultimately see a magnified image of whatever you keep in that of the slide. And yes, To make your image more clear and focused and all, we use these two nodes, the chorus nodes as well as the fine nodes. Cell usually exists in an organism either in one form as unicellular or multicellular. So depending upon the number of cells we have organisms of two categories, unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organism from name is clear, it's made up of a single cell only. Example, Anabina, the Eugenia, the Paramecium, these, etc. And they carry out the whole function of the cell that should be carried out. Multicellular organisms are those which have more than one number of cells. We, human, animals, plants, all come to the multicellular organism. And it's not like the single cell can do the whole work for us. No, it's a combination of different cells together working and creating the different life processes in multicellular organisms. The cell can be seen in different shapes also. You can see the smallest cell as mycoplasma and the largest cell as an ostrich egg cell. The cell also comes in different sizes too. In case of human, the smallest is the sperm cell, the biggest is the ovum cell, and the largest of the longest is our nerve cells. See how different and unique is our cell? And you don't think that the cell is always of same shape and same size. Just take this. We have cells of bacteria here. We have the cells of human here. See, each cell, depending upon their functionality, they have different shape, size, and structure also. So what do you understand, guys, today? Cell is the structural and basic functional unit of life. To visualize cell, you require a tool that is a microscope, which will magnify many thousands of times the cell to give you the beautiful view how the cell is structurally and what its functions and all. And we also learned that the cells are of different sizes and of course different shapes too. And these all depend upon what category of function they are carried out. Yes, we also look through the one more thing that we have two categories of cells, unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms, depending plainly on the number of cells they have. So that was a brief concept about the cell. And yeah, any cell you take, it will have these many parts. It will have a cell wall for the plant and the fungi, bacteria too. But in case of animal cells, you see only these many compounds, a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and then cell organelles like nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, mitochondria, plastid, lysosomes, Golgi apparatus. So we will be learning more on this cell in the coming classes. Thank you. Take care.